what it means is like objects we are developing, no?
Yeah.
So for example, if we are developing one company, end of the day, the employee central agenda is to create organization structure. Okay.
Yeah.
For creating that organization structure, we can create anything like initially we can create the company, or we can create cost center, or we can create a department, business unit, anything we can start. It is not a like it is not a step by step procedure, like initially you have to do only company, then after only the business unit. It is not a step.
Okay.
It means that anywhere in the sense like I'll show you the 1 minute. I'll show you this.
Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, no? See here, it means like see here we can develop it will be like this. Okay, here we have n number of things like company. See, here we have company, and we can also create. I think it will be clear like this. See, we have to create this legal entity. Legal entity in the sense in SuccessFactors they call it as a legal entity. In our terminology, it will be a company. Okay. Then business unit, division, cost center. This is a workbook they will be giving to us. Okay. Uh, Initially, we can develop anything. Not only the company, we can develop a first department, then we can develop the company.
Okay. So
That is what.
module wise, we have to start with employee central or end it with employee central. So these things
Yes,
we can
yes,
miss
yes, yes,
any.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay,
Okay.
it is clear, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then where we have stopped yesterday. Any other doubts for Chandana? Chandana, any doubts?
No, Divya.
No, no.
No.
Overview of yesterday's class, we have seen what is success factors, and what is the agenda we have seen. We have seen the history of the success factors. We have seen what is cloud, data centers, what is Vijay's execution suite, and what is the differences, these three stages, HCM versus employee central, developer roles, stages of land system landscape we have seen, integration tools. So we have stopped here, right?
Yeah. Divya, sorry to interrupt. One more question. So you
Yeah,
said super admin and system admin, right? So there are
right.
security admins also, right?
Sorry,
There are security admins also, right?
security admin that comes into other thing. It will not come to employee central.
Okay.
Okay, in employee central we have only two admins. One is
Okay.
super admin and other is system admin.
Okay. So for which modules do we get security admins and all?
We have SAP security, that is different module.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
For
Fine.
that purpose they'll use it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is SAP Activate methodology. In any IT company, sorry.
Hi, Divya. I'm sorry I joined late today. I couldn't attend the class today, but I'll put the recording. I'll just keep the laptop, okay?
Yeah, you're not able to attend, no?
Yeah. Today is my son's birthday. I'm busy with that, so
Okay.
will not attend the class today.
Sure. Okay. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay, fine. Yeah.
See, SAP Activate methodology. In any IT organizations, there is some procedure. Okay, there are some stages where they are going to take the requirements and develop, test, and submit to the production. So this is the main key thing which they are going to ask in the interviews also. What is the methodology you are working in SAP SuccessFactors? So this is the methodology. First we have prepare, then we have explore, then we have realize, deploy. What is prepare? What does it comes for prepare? Prepare in the sense initial stage. Before starting any project, we required client, right? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we require client. So once we get the client, what we required initially. If a client knows about the success factors, then we'll talk to the success factor and we'll give demo to them, and we'll IT manager, client, and HR will sit together and they will discuss at initial stage. Okay, and after discussion, while discussing what they will do, they will see the timeline. What is the timeline they require? What is the budget they have? What are the resources they are having? What is the infrastructure required? Like how many people need to work on this? How many laptops required? Internet setups. All the process will be there. This is called preparation stage. Okay, if you see here, conduct initial planning and preparation, define project goals, scope and objectives, set up solution infrastructure. Okay, is it clear? What is the preparation?
Yeah.
Initial requirement, very initial requirement which we are getting from the customer, like client. We'll discuss with the client and we'll understand the client requirement. We'll see what is the budget client is having, what are the timelines he is looking for, what are the resources he requires. According to his requirement, we need to prepare. Okay, then we are going to explore. Explore in the sense it is like giving demo to the client. It is a regular process, giving demo to client, showing him what is the regular process, like hiring, demotion, termination. All the process will be explained, all the scenarios, and 50 to 60% they will try to open and explain all the applications what they require. Client will explain entire business process. They will discuss and fill the gaps. And some of the customers will have some custom applications. If some customer is having some site or travel request, based on the customer request, they will be asking us some custom requirements also. Okay, those things we'll understand in the explore. We'll sit together with the customer client and we'll see what is initially we'll give the demo, what is our process, what are the standard objects we are providing to them. Then we'll see the customer client requirements, then we'll map both of them and see what are the gaps are happening here. Okay, those gaps are like it comes with custom objects. Those custom objects also will develop. Okay, they will gather the requirements that will be given in workbooks. Standard formats, we can download the worksheets from Partner Edge. I'll show as I shown here. This is called worksheet. Workbooks we'll call. Okay, here in this workbook, what they'll give is like initially it will be cover sheet. Okay, in this cover sheet they will mention what is the company, their company ID, kickoff date, that means start of the, after all the requirements taken, we'll start the project. No, that date will say as kickoff date, go live date. After all the development, this we are going to implement in the client side. That is called go live date. Is it clear?
Yes, Divya.
Okay. Then coming to table of contents. Table of contents in the sense, here we have, this is the table which the client is looking for. Okay, these are all the requirements given by client which we need to develop. So legal entity means company. Legal entity, country specific, they are required some countries, specific countries. Business unit, division, department, cost center, location group, location. These are all the requirements. If we see, if we go to legal entity, this is legal entity. Are you able to see? Is it clear now?
It is very small.
Yes, no? See, this is how we get the requirement. First, this is called backend. This will be a standard one which we cannot do anything, and we cannot see also. This is entirely backend work, and this is the front end work. Okay, if we open the application, initially we will see as effect, it is exactly, it is like effective start date, but we can see in the application as effective as of. Okay, this customer can rename. We cannot rename this, but this we can rename. So here effective as of now, customer wants to, customer label is like start date. He wants to change this effective as of to start date. Okay, here type in the sense like we have date, string, translatable, enum, generic objects. Date, you know, date formats, and string means alphanumeric, and translatable means whether they want some translation like language translations. Those things, for those things we'll use this translatable. Enum in the sense it is active or inactive, those things we'll do. Generic objects will have list of users or list of countries, those things we'll take in generic objects. And yeah, while going through it we can understand a few more. Okay, and see what is the maximum length. For date they are required maximum length of 10. Okay, and required in the sense they required this, they want to show this start date in the application. So here they have mentioned required no for description. That means they don't want to see description in this company application. Okay, and mandatory, if they required star mark, then they will say yes. If they don't want a star mark to that, then they will mention no. And pick list is the new topic. This is separate topic we'll discuss while going through it. Okay. Have you understood here, or you want me to explain again?
It's okay for me, Divya.
Okay. So I'll show you here also. See. Mm, see here, this is MDF object. These things will develop here. This again I'll explain you. I'm just showing you how we'll do this Excel, this workbook. Okay, I'm just giving you the example. In detail I'll explain you how we'll do this process. Okay, see here I'm going with company. This is how it looks. Okay, and we have to take action. Now legal entity they have changed to company. Okay, if we want to change the name here, we need to change the label. Like if we want D company, this we need to translate also. These are all languages where we can give. These are all optional, that is not mandatory. And if I save it here, see now it has changed to D company, right? And the same thing as we discussed, effective date, status, active or inactive, description, they don't want the description, so we can mention here description is there, no? But we cannot hide this description. If such things comes, no, then we can say customer client like it is a mandatory field which we cannot hide. Okay, the same thing, the in the same way we will do this external code, name, description, effective, we'll go through it in detail, and this is business unit, the same things will be there here, divisions, cost center, department, location group, location. This is the custom application. This is what this is, these are all standard ones, and this is a custom one. Site, they require the site as custom field, so we are going to develop as custom field this one. Okay, going back to PPT, I don't want to confuse you. See, this is how we create the custom objects. We'll go to configure object definition, then we'll give the miscellaneous permissions, then we go to manage configuration UI. We need to give UI, and then we have to configure people profile, and we have to give the view permissions also. These all are while going through the application, while working through the worksheets, then only we can understand. I'm just giving you the overview. If you have any doubts, you can please talk to me. Yeah, so in depth we are going. See, I'll show you one more thing here. See, this is the end of the day, our agenda is to create this organization structure and to store the employee data. So here we have legal entity. As I told you, legal entity means company. Then from company down to it, we'll have business units, and then we'll have divisions, then we'll have department, then we'll have cost center, then we'll have location. So we can build anything anytime. Some clients will have n number of business units, n number of divisions, n number of departments. Those also we can mention. Okay, any doubts you can tell me, huh? Is it clear? Am I
Yeah.
confusing you? Is it clear?
Yes, Divya.
Yeah. And one more thing, like as I showed you this worksheet, no, this this we can download it from partner edge. So anywhere in the world, all the requirements will be taken in the same sheet. Okay, they will download this this sheet from partner edge, and they'll send it to the client. They'll ask the client to fill this, and then after 10 to 15 days they'll give us this data, and according to client requirement we'll develop the app.
Okay. For
Okay,
each module, there will be different workbooks or same workbook.
no, they'll have a different workbooks. See, this is for only organization this is for only constructing the organization structure. And we have one more thing, like if we go, see, we have global assignment, we have HR transactions workbook, time of configurations. There are n number of things. Okay, we'll get different workbooks based on the client requirement. While
Okay.
discussing itself, they'll share us, this is what we required for organization structure, this is what we have employees data, they'll have employee data also, right? Those employees data will be given in separate workbook, and pay structures, that will be given in separate workbook, compensations, that will be given in separate workbook. Okay.
So basically, this will act like an requirement gathering sheet.
Yes. This is for requirement gathering only.
Okay.
Earlier times, what they have done is, like, they need to do all the they will take blueprints from the client and they will discuss. It takes lots of time. Approximately it is going to take 6 months time. Okay. If we go with success factors, the benefit here is, like, if they are going with success factor, this is a standard sheet. We can download this from a partner agent. We'll share this to client, and within 15 days we'll get back this sheet from the client. So after 15 days, we'll discuss with the client and we'll have some timeline with the client for developing, and there are so many stages. Those stages, while completing, we'll split the time schedules, and according to the time schedule, we'll show to client and we'll test with the client whether it is working properly or not. Then again we'll come back, again we'll develop, then only we'll go for go live. Go live is the last stage. Okay.
Okay.
This is all about explore, like, as here we have mentioned, conduct solution validation workshops, validate solution flip, determine configuration values, identify master data and organization requirements, begin data cleansing, prepare for the integration. This is all about which I have told you in briefly. Okay. Then coming to realize is the, like, after sitting here and discussing, getting the all the gaps and everything, then we'll have some iterative process. Okay, like stage 1, stage 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Then we'll develop that, and we'll have some testing, developing, everything we'll do in this realize. After doing this, we'll send to deploy is the production one. Okay. After finishing this, we'll start discussing with the client. This is what we have configured, and this is your requirement. So as per your requirement, we have developed this. Please look through it, and we have to give a demo to client also, how they have to work on this application. Okay, how they have to hire, how they have to terminate, how they have to use this time of absence. Those things, basic demo we have to give to client. Okay. And while using the client will do some basic things initially. That time he will work with us, and that is called UAT test we will be doing here along with the client. And if it is clear, then they will start the process. If they have any errors or anything they want, again they'll come back to us. This is the entire procedure which they are doing. Okay. I hope it is clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Any doubts? Is it
No,
clear?
that's yes.
Yeah. Then we'll go to, these are the helpful URLs we are having here, like http training.sap.com my training. Here we can have entire training sessions. Okay. What are the new learnings are there? Those things we can see here. And as I told you, this learning hub, certification hub, we have discussed yesterday, no? Have you remembered that about
Yeah.
certification part?
Yes.
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 Those things also will go from here only. Okay, that is very important one. After getting the certificate only, we'll get the client approval, and we have to take the client approval and our certification. Then only we'll get the provisional link. Okay. I'll explain you in detail. And this is HCM Cloud Ops .successfactor.com. This is where we'll use to get this access from the customer. Okay, this is called CAR. Its full form is like Customer Instance Access Request. So how we'll get this is like we need to get the approval mail from the client. We need to, as I told you, no, we need to keep our certificate. I'll show the entire procedure how we'll get do this car process. Okay. And SAP help portal. Here in help portal, what we'll do is we will do some implementations, right? Those implementation videos and any help documents or any help we required, we can go with this help portal. And download and other download partner edge. As I told you, this is the partner edge where we'll get all the worksheets and PPT, kickoff meetings, Excel sheets, documents, all those things we can download from this partner edge. Okay. And SAP support portal. And support portal here, it is like we'll discuss with the customer, and whatever support required to the client, they will raise some tickets if they have anything. Initially we'll have some agreement along while taking the requirement itself. They will say like we required this in this month, and after giving us this application, you need to support us for 2 to 3 months. So that will be free of cost. If they have, after 3 months they have any requirements or any support they require, they have, that will be chargeable basis. That all tickets will be raised in this support portal. Okay. Now these are the documents which are required. As here from partner edge we have said to download other documents. These are the documents like workbooks we can download. Foundation data. Foundation data means organization structures data. This is the foundation data book sheet. See, foundation objects workbook. This is foundation workbook. And people profile. This is a mini master data. And employee data, where we will have all the employees information and personal information, starting from hiring to till the employee leaves the organization. And position management, here we'll have what position he is there. Those position management, it is a separate worksheet. And HR transactions will have all payroll, compensation, those things will be given in this HR transactions workbook. And RBP, role based permissions, like each and every employee will have separate roles. Like he can access some of the things and other employee cannot access this. Those things will be there. That we can see like a view, both, none. View in the sense only he can view. Both in the sense he can view as well as he can edit. None in the sense he cannot see that option also. That we can monitor through this RBP. As you asked me, no, like workbooks, these are all workbooks. Foundation workbook, people profile, employee data, position management, HR transactions, RBP, all are separate workbooks will be given by the clients. And coming to cookbooks, cookbooks is like a translation, translating client requirements in their own language. We can do it here. It is only copy paste job here. Okay. Next, coming to test scripts. Test scripts is used for implementation. After doing implementation, client will have no knowledge on success factor. We have to guide the client in each and every step. We have to build this. We will take some previous client scenarios and we'll edit according to client requirement and we'll show the demo and we'll guide them how to do and how to access each and every application. Okay. Next, coming to checklist or cutover.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I lost my internet connection. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay.
Have you seen this slide?
Yeah, we saw, but could not hear what you said.
Okay. This slide is about like cutover activities. What is this cutover activities? Is like what are all activities we are doing? Okay, all the activities will be mentioned here. Like they will be allocating some work to particular person. Okay, who is a functional, who is doing this functional activities, who is this doing this employee central. They will allocate the work to them. Okay, and according to that they will give like whether they are working in an instance they will, it will be mentioned as admin center, and backend it will be mentioned as provisioning. Whether they are doing with instance or backend, they'll mention here as if they are doing instance administrator, and backend they will mention as provisioning, and they will see who is the owner, like to whom they are allocating. Those things they will mention here. And status, whether it is completed, in progress, whether it is started, those all status will be monitored through this sheet. These are all called cutover activities. While deploying, that means while sending it to the production, this is mandatory. Okay, if they have again anything, we can go with this only. This is a reference for us.
Divya, you did not share the screen.
Oh my god. Now
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. As I told you, see, this is the functional and employee central. Depends on the platform. They are working on platform. They are working on the employee central, and this is the admin center. This is a provisioning. They will mention whether it is admin center or provisioning, and they will own in the owner column. They will mention to whom they are allocating. Okay, and in status they'll give whether it is started or not, whether it is in progress or whether it is completed. All these status will be after finishing each and every step we need to enter here, then only we'll send this to production, so that it will be a reference whenever client come back to us. No, it will be reference to us, this is who has developed this and what is the issue. Those things they will refer directly. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming back to user manual, this user manual is like there will be n number of HRs. Okay, from where we'll take this requirement, we'll take these requirements from HRs only, because we are developing HR activities, right? So if a company is having n number of units, and each and every unit will have separate HR, and there will be one here what we'll do is like we'll select one, they will choose one HR who will be coordinating with us. Okay, to that HR we'll give all the presentation, entire process, we'll share the presentations to them, we'll guide them, and they will teach internally to the other HRs and to the teams. Okay, this is the user manual where we'll have all the presentations which we'll be sharing to the HR. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming back to this project plan, as we have discussed, there will be like a phases. So here this is a big company, and which they are having phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and systems translations, then they are going for go live and UAT. What is this phases? So see, if you see like as I told you, there will be some duration here, and here client has given duration of 6 months. Okay, this is the total project duration is 6 months. After getting this 6 months duration, they will plan accordingly how we have to deliver to customer. So here initially here 50 to 60% of the work will be completed here only, like taking the requirement, understanding client, and we need to give some trainings, manuals, demos, everything will be done here in phase 1 iterate. Okay, first we'll do the after developing we'll do ourselves unit testing, whether unit testing means like if I am selecting here date, and its maximum length is 10, so it should not be here in the date column we should not enter anything except date format, like we should not enter our name or anything. Those testings will done. And characters also, if I am mentioning alphanumeric, that characters should not go beyond 32. Those testings we need to check. And next procedure is like functional testing. There will be separate functional tester who will be doing this. And user training and manuals preparation, we need to, as I told you, we need to train them, and we need to give some manual preparations to them. And UAT test, after developing, after understanding and taking the requirement, we'll develop some apps, and then we'll show them, and we'll work with the client, and there we'll test at the client place, that is UAT. And after seeing this, a client will come back, if it is okay, they'll go. If it is not okay with them, if you see here, there is iteration 2, iteration 3 changes. So if they required, initially they asked me to give the start date, and now they want to do changes here. As if I take effective status, they will mention here X, and they'll change the color. They'll change the color also. All the entire phase 2 color will be the same. If I take this is iteration 1 color and iteration color of 2 will be other. The same color coding will be used in second iteration. And see, if here he has mentioned mandatory star mark is required, then in after discussing with the client and after this UAT testing, then he came to know like status is not mandatory to us. Then he'll say here, he'll mention into, and he'll come back to here and he'll mention no. So these changes, we'll have some meeting. We'll discuss with the client one find after all the changes he has done. He'll come back to us and we'll have a small meeting, and there we'll discuss what are the changes they require, and those changes again will develop in phase 2. This is a phase 2. We'll develop. Again, we'll do unit testing. Functional tester will do the functional testing, and UAT testing will be done along with the client. Most of the, if it is a small client, it will be finished with phase 1, phase 2. If it is a big client, then we again he'll come back with some changes as iteration 3. See, it is the iteration 3 changes. Again, he'll mention here X, and he will change the color to other one. This color will be used for iteration 3, and again if we is satisfied that, then again we'll go for system translation. If he is not satisfied, again we'll go to phase 4 also. The same unit testing, functional testing and UAT testing will be done. This is see, they have split a time also. 2.5 months for phase 1, because here we need to understand and we need to give some trainings. Then after for phase 2, we need to do the corrections. They have given 1.5 months, and there will be small modifications or small changes after phase 2. Then it is a 1 month. And some clients want their requirements in their own language. If we take China, German, those clients, they required in their own languages. The system translations also they'll ask. Some of the clients will have units in India, China, German. They'll have all over the world, no? So those translations also they'll ask. For that we'll take half month, and then after doing all this, we'll go with go live. That means project delivery production, and then we'll we'll run this application along with the client by doing this UAT testing for half month, and then we'll support them for 2 to 3 months. Is this process clear? Project plan?
Yes.
Yes, no? And different types of systems. As I told you, provisioning and instance. This is the back end one, and this is the front end tool. Back end, only few of them will have this access. Who is having the certification and who is doing the super admin, no? Those will have only this provisioning access. And instance, this is the instance. Now we have done, no? This is the instance, front end one. Okay. See, provisioning. It is a backend of SuccessFactors, accessible only for PS consultants, like certified consultants, and they can enable and activate the language packages they required only the specific languages. No, they can enable and they can activate what are the languages client requires. Okay, and licensed applications. Licensed application means some will take while discussing with the client, they will have, some will go with only employee central module or PMGM module. Those licenses also client will purchase and they will give us this access. Okay, and they will give us all the data model handlings in XMLS format. Do you know what is XML format? Have you seen this XML format?
Yeah, I have idea about that.
You have idea, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Chandana? Chandana, are you able to follow me? Hello. Hello, Chandana.
He's on mute.
Okay, fine. See, this is the instance. As I told you, instance is a front end of SuccessFactor cloud application, and we can do some customized objects, customization of SuccessFactor system as per customer needs. Those things we have to. This is how our provision will look. This is a provision one, and if you see here, it is the link for provision login, pm sales demo 8.successfactor.com provisioning underscore login. This will be given only for certified one, okay, and they will access with their email and password. And this is the instance how we'll go through it. How we'll access this instance is like here we'll give the company ID. Then if we click here, see, this is the same thing, instance one. I'll show you. Close, log out. Okay, already it is taken the SF, like company name, company ID it is taken. Then we need to give the user ID, password, then the instance will log in. This is the partner ID, client customer ID. Okay. As we are also discussing about car customer access request, right? This is how and one more thing about this provisioning, like we can add and delete the provisioning users also. See, there is a new functionality called Manage Provisioning Access Tool in Admin Center, which allows you to see all the people who is accessing the provisioning, to add new provisioning users, to delete the provisioning users, and if you add any new users, this will go for an approval email to the specified user. And this is a portal where we'll access for car request. See, this is a car request. How this is provisioning access tool. See, this is HCM cloud ops dot successfactors.com. This is the page. This is the login page, and here if we do the login, we'll get this page, HCM cloud operational portal. Log on. Here we need to give our email ID, login name, and if we do the continue, again it will show the request forms. Here we are requesting the car, so the customer access request we will select. And the next step is like here, after doing this customer access, here it will ask the client approval. That attachment we need to choose here, and we need to upload here. And consultant name, who is doing this, who is the consultant doing this. We need to give their name, we need to give their email ID, which from which region they are from, which location they are from, that also we need to give the data. And this is for like they are going for developer phase or for production, or they are requesting for test. Those things also we have to give here. See, here we are requesting for employee center, which modules you required, that also we have to select them. If we required so many also, we can select here what are the modules we required. Those all modules we can select here. After that, we need to attach our certificate and we need to submit. Then only we'll get the provisional access. See, this is how after submitting it, this is how it will come. Dear consultant, you have been provided SAP SuccessFactor Business provisioning access. This is how we'll get the provisioning access. See, in provisioning, as I told you, provisioning is a certified one, and they will have entire access of all the modules. Here, they will give the enabling permissions, like who all need to access this, to which platform, whether they required Employee Central or PNGM module. Those modules they will enable here. Employee profile data, Employee Central data, all the enabling will be done here. And this is the languages, to which language they want in this application. Those languages also they can select. They can select it anytime. Okay. And RBP permissions. RBP, as I told you, role based permission. According to roles, they'll grant the some permissions. Those also they have to give the permission here. And enabling provisioning settings like recruiting, employee profile, person employment information, everything we have to give permissions. This is how we create the super admin. To create the super admin, we need to have provisioning access, and then we need to give our company id. Then in editing company settings, there we have admin username, like this will come: admin username, password, first name, last name, email id, and when we need to give the confirmation and create admin, then our admin id will be created. Required permissions. See tomorrow. As of now, do you have any doubts? Is it clear or not?
It's fine.
It is clear, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What, Chandana? Are you there? Hello, Chandana. Yeah, Vidya. Any doubts?
No, Divya, no doubts.
You understood now how we'll give the car request, and what is
Yes.
provisioning, what is
Yeah, yeah, yes.
instance, how we'll take the requirements from clients,
Yes, I
what are the
understood.
stages we'll have. It is
Yeah,
clear.
I got it. Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. Fine, Vidya. Then
Okay.
I'll be leaving for today's class, and tomorrow we'll go for the remaining sessions.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Divya. Bye.